Hello, Connective. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Like, share, and subscribe without smashing anything, and let's get into this energy. This is a collective reading for Aquarius. So let's see what's going on for Aquarius today. Looking for some energy messages for Aquarius. Anything? Anything for Aquarius today? Gemini and Libras were very similar to each other. A little bit hoping, oh, the Aries is unique. We'll see. We've already got, okay. That is the door to romance facing me right now. Gemini did get that, but they didn't get woman holding a coin. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Anything else for Aquarius? One more. One more. I want to know what those other cards are. All right, we're about to see what they are. All right. Okay. So. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. What about these? Wow. Okay. Okay. So we will start with, we always start with the angels. First chakra, Archangel Michael. So our root chakra, that's going to go there. And we have another angel. So we always want to do the angels first. We have the angel of balance here. I think Libra would have hoped they got that. And then, is that a door? What do we want to do here? Let's do the people. So we have man holding a coin. I always say it could be holding anything. Could be a man, could be a woman, could be holding anything. Same thing with woman holding a coin. Could be a woman, could be a man, could be holding anything. The fact that the man and the woman holding the coin here are kind of telling me that, this card number 42, 43, we'll just do this. That's kind of telling me that there's two people in this situation. They're both offering the same thing. So we also have happy family. I believe Libra got this. So they were working towards happy family. It was getting messed with just a little bit. For you guys, not so much. You have the temple path. So they had a bunch of doors. You have the door to romance. So the door to romance is here. To me, the temple path is sort of like another door. Like usually it's a path. Gemini had like kind of like a inkling of like they were awakening, but the other person wasn't. Oh, and I think that, Libra actually had door to spirit. So again, awakening. And you guys are light workers, healer of the ages. I usually put healer of the ages at the bottom. Yeah. Put happy family up here next to the door. But yeah, this looks a little bit like a match made instead of people having to walk away. Let's see what the other cards have to say. We got root chakra, so I feel like we have stability. People offering the same things. We have a temple, we have the door to romance and then the temple path. The temple path I don't think is just for you. I think that's why the angel of balance is there. I think it's for both people. This is kind of like what I was talking about with Libra and Gemini about going towards that, what they want with someone who's their match. Manage to be glad. So usually this comes out of an ending. I'm not picking that up just yet. Let's see what's up. Because it's telling you to find the silver lining, but because she's holding a skunk too. Wow. Create your own happiness regardless of the circumstances. Okay, well, I don't see circumstances on the table. Uh-oh. Okay. No way. It's not this relationship. We're looking at something else. never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words. Not living in the now. This is not living in the now. This is empty words. I want one more. Or at least one more. I don't know. This is either like after an ending that you can't see, or their ending is going to be here. I'm getting a little bit of an inkling of that, but I don't know for sure if it is. If it is, these cards are in the wrong order, in the wrong places. Hold on, let's see. What is this? Investigate. And follow the white rabbit. Curiosity meets opportunity. What is going on here, Aquarius? I feel like I ask you that every single time. Every single time I say, what's going on, Aquarius? Who's got the empty words? Today. Been having to pull cards. Okay, you know what we're going to do? Pull 4 cards. What's going on for Aquarius? What have we got? All right, well, I saw, believe in your good luck. This is first quarter moon in Sagittarius, so there might be a Sagittarius involved. And last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. So this is what we've been talking about. This is what we're talking about with Libra. Believe in your own good luck. Practice gratitude. What else do we have? Sagittarius twice on the table. First quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. And so there might be Pisces involved. And then full moon in Leo, go wild. So I see the Lightworker card on the table. When I saw follow the white rabbit, I thought that that was the empath card on the table, which it's not my empath card. But with this go wild for some reason and honor your feelings, I feel like it could be. Let me see what the blind spot is. No, these are all shuffled. I'm not even going to mess with this. What are we investigating? I don't see an ending. I didn't see an ending in the other readings either. I didn't see like where the bad stuff was. Like I saw in Libra had like some stuff, but it wasn't coming off as terrible. Sometimes you can tell by my demeanor like what I'm picking up. It was mellow, it's mild. And it kind of looks like this is a little bit like that too. If there is anything, trying to figure out, we never jammed today and managed to be glad is on the table. What is that? I can't even tell you how many cards are in this deck. I feel like we've been getting the same cards. Let me see what 61 is. It's interesting. It looks a little bit like you know, what a stick figure yin yang would look like. Look at that. Right? I've been talking about balance last 2 readings. I'm curious now. 61 is... Oh no, we've seen the sigil before. Temporality. I swear this is like the 3rd time we've gotten this. Wow. All right, yeah, just so that you guys can get a little idea of what this is. Okay. So if you have drawn the sigil, what is preventing your let me just get myself some light. If you have drawn the sigil, what is preventing your progression is that you are either too attached to the temporal in general or to an aspect of the temporal. This has caused you to lose sight of the bigger picture, which which includes much more than the temporal world. You might be looking for a solution that does not exist in the temporal world. That is like looking for a lost key, but being convinced that the key is somewhere in one specific room and never finding it because the key you are looking for is not even in that room. The temporal world is full of the purely physical. It is particles, body, color, shape, soma, physical health, the physical aspect of sex, money, houses, places, things, the physical aspect of food, plants, people, and pets, possessions, etc., etc. It is the realm of the material. If you have drawn this sigil, you may be so invested in the physical and provable and rational, and even potentially the type of science that is purely focused on physicality and those same things, that you have forgotten that there is more to the universe than meets the eye. Yeah, one of the other readings that this came out on was called More to the Universe Than Meets the Eye. The physical world may seem secular, but it isn't. The physical world is not separate from spirit. It is a manifestation of spirit. I haven't read this part to the other guys. So you are denying the majority of the universe and actually the majority of yourself if you have invested in this way. Because of this, you might be more skeptical than you should be. By closing down your mind, you become unable to experience other potentials and other realities. You become selectively ignorant. Perhaps this sigil is calling you into open-mindedness and even faith. To have faith is to have positive confidence or trust in something. It is to think something is true even without proof. Yeah. And then we're going to go on and on with this. For this reason, doubt is the flip side of faith. Make sure that we don't forget what our blind spot is. So we have romance, we have the temple path. It's keeping us from moving forward. We have happy family and angel abundance. Investigate, roots. Okay. A little bit similar to the other readings, yeah. In the other readings, the Gemini and Libra were the enlightened ones. Like they were the ones that were either waking up or were awake. You know, you either knew you were a light worker or you just figured it out. You might have known something was up. Maybe you didn't know you were a light worker, but you knew that you were heading towards something that was a little, like, say, more wholesome than the other people around you were heading towards. Typically, it would be a relationship. But I think in this particular case, it's a good possibility that this person that is with you in this, whether or not it be, you know, a man or a woman, the other person in this relationship, them, they might actually be going through that temple path with you. You're not necessarily leaving anybody behind here. But you might be looking at it more in like what I would consider to be a 3D way. See, it's funny too, because one of the other readings that this temporality card came in, like it was sort of leaning in that direction, and I was trying like not to bring it so much in that direction, but I feel like in this case it really is. You kind of already know what the difference is, right? As far as like the 3D and the 5D, let's say. Whether or not that other person knows is not necessarily like significant to the story. Like they know it enough to know that you're not completely leaving them behind. Like as you go towards your temple path, you're not completely leaving them behind. They're with you. They're with you enough to be able to be with you when you go towards this door of romance, right? There could be an ending. It's a possibility that for some of you this is not the case and the person is not coming with you, and that's why this managed to be glad is here, but I'm not necessarily picking that up just yet. What I am getting is that as we are moving towards, as we're trying to do this journey, whether it be together or separate, we need a little help. We're not follow the white rabbit. We're not ready to go down that hole. We're not ready to just jump into it, right? To have that faith, to know that, okay, I just need to go in that direction. Like it's almost like kind of like we're stopping to see like what everything else says about it. It's almost like before we totally commit to being a light worker, like we want to know what that means, kind of thing. Okay. Maybe you know and you want to move forward, but maybe this other person is like, wait, what do you mean? Could be. But we still, like I said, we have this door to romance here, and I'm not necessarily picking it up that it's with someone else, right? So we're looking into it. We're trying to figure out, like, but we're looking at it in a little bit the wrong way, right? We need to like look more back. So the part that I read from this book to you that I didn't stop in the middle of my sentence to explain, like I do sometimes, is the fact that how it was talking about how when you're looking at something and the faith and the like the physical part of it, like it's almost like the physical part of it, like you got down. You know, but you're not 100% in a place where there's like faith about like even necessarily being a healer. You know, this could be someone's an actual healer, right? It could be the temple path itself. It could be like, hey, I don't really know. I don't really know what's there. I need to look, you know, more into it, kind of things, right? And this one's saying to honor your feelings. If your feelings are telling you to move in that direction, to follow the white rabbit, then move in that direction and follow the white rabbit. That would be your intuition telling you to move. It's telling you which direction to move. You need to believe in your own good luck, right? Just accept the path, right? This temple path here. Just accept it. Understand that you're not going in any direction that is, well, I was going to say bad, but you know, it does. It helps when you're like gentle with yourself, when you understand, oh, okay, I'm looking for this. Let's say I'm looking for the door to romance. So I need to kind of move in that direction. And this is telling you to just go ahead and believe, like not even just to walk, but to believe, you know, to believe that that place that you're going is the place that you're supposed to be headed, or that place that you think you're headed, in other words, right? So we have practice gratitude and manage to be glad on here. Practice gratitude is always like when we're trying to manifest, right? When we're trying to get to that door to spirit, or we might even be trying to manifest the temple path. We might be a little bit lost because we're so stuck in 3D that we can't figure out like how to move forward, right? And really, it really is about this gratitude card. Like this is the one, you know, I think it was Libra that had abundance. If we wanted abundance, we would move towards this, right? We would just appreciate the things that we have. We would be we'd be glad for the things that we had, glad for the things that we had, right? So this could be both of you. This could be one of you's got gratitude down, but the other one just needs to manage to be glad and find the silver lining, perhaps. You know, like I said, even if they're not moving and you're moving, but they can see it, they're there, they're going to walk through this door with you regardless of whether or not they're on a spiritual awakening. They're prepared. They're trying to give you a happy family, and they're going to go all the way with you, but then they're not necessarily awakening. It could be, right? Empty promises. What are the empty promises? Because I feel like you know what this is. Right, Aquarius? We don't have any characters on the table, right? I mean, we have these guys, you know. I know he's not delivering anything. Plus, he's 5D anyway. So he's going to give what he promises. He's going to show up. He's going to do, you know, same with the Angel of Balance, 5D. Temple Path, 5D. As far as I'm concerned, this is a higher vibrational door, right? Happy family. Not everybody has it. Some people act like they have it. When they have it on a 3D level, it's a little bit different than when they have it on a 5D level. You'll kind of notice the difference when you see, let's forget about like kids and all that stuff. Let's just talk about the couple itself, right? When the couple, well, let's just say they're happy. Their jobs are balanced. They come home. They are able to spend time with each other. It's not like one works, you know, graveyard and the other one works a normal shift and they never see each other. They have balance in their life. They have happy, you know, everybody's happy. They're genuinely happy. But let's just say that neither one of them believe like in the 5D. Like neither one of them believe in the temple path. But they have a perfectly happy family. They're not toxic or anything like that. Like this is possible, right? And then you have that family that like prays together and, you know, meditates together and, you know, has a more evolved way of not just looking at the world, you know, as a whole, but as they're looking at their relationship, right? Maybe even like how they're going to move forward, but definitely like how they look at their relationship. It's just a more evolved. They don't need to know necessarily that there's something out there that's better because they have it. Right? They're experiencing it already. And even if they weren't, then they know they have that faith kind of thing. I feel like this is outside. I mean, again, if the person's not waking up, I feel like they're coming with you. If they're not waking up and they're not coming with you, that could be them promising to come with you, or like you trying to get them to come with you and then them trying, but them not really being cut out for it. I mean, again, when somebody's not of a certain vibration, they're not going to come. Even if they keep trying, you think they're going to do it. You know, you're practicing gratitude and they're just managing to be glad kind of thing, you know. But like I said, I'm taking this as this person is with you, right? Maybe you're both stuck because you're kind of, you're like that family that doesn't know to pray together, doesn't know to meditate. You're just happy. You're just this, you know, non-toxic, you know, 3D family relationship kind of thing, right? It's even a possibility that one of you does actually have faith that there is more, like there's like a higher love, there's like a higher self, there's like a higher appreciation of the other person, right? Like it's in there, you know it, right? It's this, you know, it's this, well, it's this too, but this other card that doesn't want to be picked up, right? And even this card right here, right? Just believing in your own good luck, investigating the fact that you know that there's more, and then just taking that ball and running with it, like following the white rabbit. You just jump in, right? You practice gratitude because you know you're aiming for something that's a little bit higher than what you want, you know? And then, you know, kind of just keep aiming for it. Even if you don't get it, just keep aiming for it. Even if you're trying to figure it out, maybe because you don't have the faith, you're just trying to figure it out. And again, you want to honor your feelings because you're going to have this. You're going to have like, you know, let's say you master the 5D, but then something happens in the 3D. It kind of can rip you out of the 5D. It's kind of like what I talk about managing your energy. I think it was Taurus that I was talking to when I said, you know, maybe you get it down, right? Just managing your energy part, you get it down, but then something happens in the situation that throws your energy off and can throw it off for months kind of thing, right? So you got the 5D, maybe you haven't mastered it because you've kind of been thrown off your horse or whatever, but you get to the point where you realize, oh, I have to pay attention to this. I have to get, like I said, back on the horse and kind of put myself back into a place where I can continue where I left off because I've allowed this to throw me off kind of thing. And it could be that you're in this, you're trying to do something, both people are trying to evolve, or maybe you're trying to get, could be that you're trying to get the other person to evolve, but maybe they're not cut out for it. It's possible. But either way, you have to kind of remind yourself that you're doing things in a 3D way, right? I mean, yeah, sure, meditating and things like that. But again, if you're a light worker, there's other stuff. And it's not necessarily that this other person would, you know, follow along, right? Maybe not. It's possible. One of the things that I did notice about these two is he looks like he's kind of like presenting it, like showing it, but then she looks like, to me, like she's offering it, like she's kind of like holding it in a more showcasey kind of way, like, hey, do you want this? And I feel like he's kind of holding it more like in a sense of, hey, I have this, you know, this one is the one that's going to be managed to be glad. If this is, again, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, but you know, it could be that one of them is really trying to do the work and the other one is just going through the motions because they don't have the faith that this 5D stuff is really real, kind of thing. That makes sense. And they may not even believe, even if they believe in that, which I just kind of feel like they don't if they aren't coming with you, they may not believe in this. And so here you are trying to get them to like do, you know, hey, come with me, you know, follow the white rabbit. And the other person is like, you know, you kind of just believe in your good luck. And I need to look around and make sure that there isn't some other way because I'm just really more grounded than you are. You know, you're Aquarius, you're kind of up here or whatever. And, you know, I just need to make sure that, you know, that I honor my own feelings as I'm trying to figure out where I stand in all of this, you know. I'll get back to you kind of thing, right? It's a possibility. I don't see it one way or the other. It could be that for you guys, since this is a general reading, it could be both. Some of you guys could have that significant other that's coming. Some of you guys could have that significant other that's not coming. I mean, when you're awakening, those are your choices, right? They're either coming with you or they're not. I mean, I always say it too, like about friends and stuff, because a lot of times, like, we want everybody to come with us. We're hoping, like, we realize the change in us, like we kind of see it, and we kind of go, okay, well, I'm not going to change back. So I wonder, you know, it's kind of like, you know, Jerry Maguire, like, who's coming with me? Right? Like, who's coming with me, right? And I always say you'll be lucky to get one person out of 20. The person loves you enough, they may decide. They may say, well, you know what? This is, you know, they're not asking me to go downward spiral. Let me see if I can get into this and really make this happen with them because I really want to be in this, or maybe we already have a happy family and I don't want to split that up. Like I said, there's no bad cards on the table except for these empty promises. Maybe in the healing cards and the extended, it'll come out what the empty promises actually are. It is still a possibility that this empty promises card is coming from outside the relationship. Maybe we'll get a better idea of what's going on there. If this is you guys and you know that the other person's coming with you for sure and they're not the empty promises, you might want to pay attention to where the empty promises are coming from. They're not helping you. It's not gonna help you. So figure out where that is. Otherwise, we'll try to figure out what this is in the extended if you don't already know. So Aquarius, if this is your story, meet us over in the extended. The link will be in the description. And if not, until we meet again,